Hello and welcome in to another SNHU esports broadcast here live in the Connection Esports Arena tonight. It is our last actual official collegiate competitive stream of the entire semester. This is it, the last bastion of SNHU. It is our Smash team in the losers finals against NJCU Gothic Knights, a team that we have played twice, been bested by twice. We're hoping to see something different here. I will say we didn't have too much time in the intro because we had a delay here, but it is the coach of the team, Duffy's birthday. That's why we're featuring him on stream on NJCU's side. That's the man himself leading this team to the success that they've had so far this semester. I'm joined here by Angrano here to watch this matchup. First, it's Aegis versus Mario. I mean, Mario is stubby. Got to get through those big hitboxes that Aegis can kind of bring out.
Yeah, we have Aegis the sword here. Just main objective, try to keep Mario out with Pyra. Him with those beefy hitboxes, get him off stage, get that giant down air spike. As Mythra just throw out those quick buttons and again, oh, the early forward smash, absolutely exploding the Aegis.
Yeah, straight under the side B. I think just a little early from Polars on the way down here, but now Steven looking to start another combo, avoiding the up B, but not going to find anything else with that back air as they return to neutral. Nair traded for Nair, but now Steven having recovered his stage, caught, coming back to the ledge. Great play by
forward smash 2-frame, catching his ledge grab there. Unfortunate. Oh, and right here we have, up out of shield, stopping that pressure from the Aegis. Back air, forward smash on the missed tech, and dash attacking the recovery. This might be it. And another flood cape, and that's it! A wonderful edge guard from Steven.
I love watching Mario games. I don't know, I would be screaming if it happened to me, but my god, I feel like it is so fun to watch here. And Steven just putting on a show here to start things off.
Yeah, perfect usage of those specials just to continue that pressure off stage.
You can just see Steven's putting out so many hitboxes, just trying to not let Polars approach right now, but setting up a combo shield. Not enough to stop the pressure. Could start this with a down throw, but able to air dodge out of it. But still, the pivot there, probably not intentional as the up tilt doesn't connect on anything as Polars regains control of neutral.
Yeah, we have both players here just trying to find that hit, get each other into a disadvantageous position. The back air from Pyra connecting, forward air. This is a bad spot. Oh, down air, up air. Scary position for Steven. Okay, he regains stage control. Just trying to get that hit, start his own advantage state.
But he's slowing it down a lot. I think he's shielding some of these options by him trying to get that read, but knew it was safe. I mean, Mario F Smash comes out fast enough that you can go for things like that. If Steven can end this without giving up that last stock, that will be huge. As DI narrowly keeps him alive, and Fireball's actually put enough pressure to stop that. No chance to edge guard this time from Polars, but he still does have center stages.
That massive
managed to stay alive. It's actually Kashira and up the edge guard explosion right through the bottom, catching him before he gets to ledge.
That is an amazing hitbox. Just try to hit people below that ledge there. All right.
I did not even realize that was Mythra counter until a second later. That was my brain delay for a moment there. Not letting me catch that, but still. I think it's getting a little bit tougher for Steven to find the way in between, again, all these hitboxes that Polars putting out. Attempting up the out of shield, not as good as some of the other characters that can really use that as they get off me, but still so much damage. Pyra chasing off stage and managing to flip it around near the end. Kashira taking it with one stock remaining.
Yeah, sadly that Fireball will not be able to stop that flaming sword. One of them did burn a little brighter.
Yeah, fight fire with fire. Not necessarily the motto you want to be following going into this game here, at least against Pyra, because again, just beats a lot of those incoming projectiles, just those wide, slow hitboxes that can really trump a lot of those options.
Yeah, and such strong hitboxes as well. As we saw there, Steven getting forward air around 90 to 100% off stage, and no DI possible or anything. He was just dead from that position. It's super scary trying to contest with those hitboxes. They're massive. They hit so hard, and once you get hit once, it just feels like you get steamrolled.
Yeah, I think really needed to keep that momentum going early just because Mario really has to keep that pressure on, like constantly applying it to you, or else can't really get in. Right, he has to use you saw him kind of using Flood, using Fireball and Neutral, trying to just do something that would mix up Kashira, but not really able to get through what they were bringing to the table there. So, not sure who's going in next. No one's in the chair quite yet. I need to. It's right there, by the way. Surprise. Spoilers. Not to you. You know, obviously, but everyone on stream. Spoilers. The chair is right there. No one sitting there just yet. I think they're deciding who they want to bring in
Yeah,
But remember, this was actually the player who, I'm just going to make a little side note from the last time we saw NJCU play. Kashira, I believe, was one of their 2 jokers last time they played, and then they found out that you're not allowed to bring more than one of the same character.
Yeah, I believe so.
So they have another Rampage, I think Rampage is the person's name, that also plays Joker in the back, and then they have a Palutena, who is their star player for NJCU. So a lot of considerations for who might be coming up next. The only thing that they know for sure, we would assume, is that the Palutena, who is always anchored, is going to be coming in last.
But who do you think we're going to have coming in against this Pyra here? Because as we saw, they were really good at throwing those buttons out to keep people out. And
well, it's been spoiled for me because I can see past you. It's Gruss. It's Gruss. It's Falco coming in to clean up this last stock and supposedly keep the pressure on. I'll actually look up exactly. I can actually look up exactly what their orders were in the last match they played. We can maybe see if there's any trends we can bring up coming in. But Falco Aegis, how are you feeling about that? Just to clean up, do you think it's a way to like start a combo starter, clean up that last stock quick, or do you think it's just a specific matchup thing?
I believe that Falco will be able to clean up that last stock. Those lasers will be able to kind of shut down that annoying neutral that you see from most Aegis, where they kind of throw out those hard to deal with hitboxes that are really safe. But if you backdash and just laser, then that kind of shuts down that neutral option, and they're forced to approach in a bit more of a committal way. They can't just swing
just melee style, just laser. I mean,
exactly.
You can stall out with lasers. Falco laser specifically, I mean, it makes it real simple to approach because the hit stun gives you a huge opportunity as opposed to just racking up damage with Fox.
Yeah, and if we get...
Is Reflector an effective poke through like side B? I mean, depending on if it's like max length, but I feel like Reflector even could be a way for Crust to really break through.
Yeah, if Pyra does the side B and he reflects that can be massive damage and potentially lead to a kill.
Can you actually reflect the side B?
Yep, you can reflect the side B back, and then during the hit stun of that side B, you can run up and then get a kill confirm off of that, if you're quick enough.
That's something I had no idea. I felt like it wasn't a projectile. It was just like a hitbox kind of connected in a weird way to Pyra, but no, you can reflect it. That tracks. It's like, I'm a Bowser Jr. one trick, and I know you can reflect Mecha Koopa, and I was like, that's really strange because that's like an item on the field or like an entity moving on its own. So I guess I think they really amped up on what you can do with reflects. I feel like in Ultimate almost compared to other games.
Yeah, so many things count as a projectile or an item.
A reflectable projectile, yeah.
Yeah, reflectable projectile or item whenever thrown. Like K. Rool's crown, that's technically an item until like he gets a hold of it. It acts exactly like you can use it, just like an item throw up, down, left, right.
You can steal it too, because you can steal it once it gets blocked and put to the ground. Luckily, I am in the NECC Discord. I am marked as every single game and every single role. So what I can do right now, and I feel like this will be a cool little talking point for us, is I can go to the score report channel while we load into game of Crust versus Kashira with 1 stock remaining here for Kashira. I'm actually going to bring up every score report that NJCU has done for crews, and I can see what order they usually put people in. If it's a trend, we can kind of follow.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, here starting off, we have just Crust versus Kashira. I believe that all it's going to take is one good advantage state, getting the Aegis off stage. Oh, we see lasers already. Just kind of trying to keep out the Aegis, but his double jump is taken. He's trying to get that combo started, and all right, they're back in neutral. Oh, those up tilt combos coming up from Crust. Oh, but Kashira returns with their own nade.
And yeah, the lasers in neutral, I can see now Pyra trying to break that shield, maybe. Double up tilts from Crust, just really hunting for something here. Going to actually managing to avoid that up tilt. Could start it, but just good DI to the right for Polos to escape that, but still getting that neutral win there, catching roll, but not able to find an option that would punish Crust.
Yeah, both players playing pretty safe at the moment. We have Crust doing a drag on forward air combo, missing the follow-up sadly, and that does put him in disadvantage. A very bad position, and he does get caught by the up B, taking his stock around 100%. That move is pretty crazy. Although I believe all it's going to take is one offstage interaction, and that will be Kashira out.
Thinking he was going to kind of come in with short, probably get up attack there, but catching him with to bear, getting the kill thunder, but not going to actually finish it, but gets the down air on the side B.
That double laser perfectly positioning him for that down air, that was beautiful.
I never know where Mythra's hitbox is during that side B. I mean, I'm sure it's just a very linear progression, but just watching it, not knowing necessarily, like, you have to really have some character knowledge to know exactly where that is.
Plus the hurt box,
Yes.
or the hitbox itself is massive for that move, so it is kinda
Avoiding it is hard
difficult.
too, yeah.
Yeah, unless you know how that move works, it is difficult to avoid it.
All right. One player down, Kashira is out. I am now going to look at the list of how they bring people in. So this team also has a Ganon.
Yeah,
It
we
seems
might
like
be
has-
seeing a trend here of their player order.
That's what I'm trying to find out here. It looks like Kashira is usually their opener from what I'm seeing in some of these games here. Kashira has closed before against Golden Gales, who we've actually lost to in the past, which was also a Ganon. I'm going to bring this over here so I don't look like I'm leaning way out of frame here. The last game that Kashira opened for them on Ganon, it looks like. Afterwards, Jay came in on Cloud. And I think I remember Jay coming in against SNHU in the past. The last time we played against them, I'll go back here to the search. Last time we played against them, it was Rampage first, who was their Joker player, and then Kashira. And then they have a Rob on deck as well. Kashira also plays a bunch of different characters. I'm seeing Kazuya, I'm seeing Aegis, I'm seeing Joker, as we know from when they tried to bring them both in on that character. So a lot of flexibility there. They wanted the Aegis specifically against what we were playing into, but Maximus seemed like the player who came in the most against us last time. I expect to either see Rampage on Joker or Maximus on Rob against Falco. If you had to pick a worse matchup, I don't know which way you'd lean.
I'd say that probably Joker, because he's just a smaller hurt box. Rob in disadvantage, I feel like it's a harder time for him than Joker. And just to like find the hit against him, his disadvantage is definitely a lot more crucial in that matchup, because against Falco, you're going to get hit a lot. That's inevitable. If he starts up that combo, you're going to take like 50 to 70% most of the time. And you don't want to be in disadvantage for long after that, because you can get hit by an up tilt back air, up tilt double jump up air. He has a plethora of good ways to kill around like that mid to high percent. Although if you do get to too high of a percent,
You
then
escape the
I feel
combos
like,
way faster, right?
yeah, I
If you're
feel
not
like
so
the
far.
longer the Rob lives, the harder it will be to find that kill, unless it's with a stray hit, such as like a back air or like a forward tilt.
I feel like now I don't know if NJCU would know this inherently, but I feel like Rob is a tough character to bring in because I can't imagine a single player in New Hampshire that does not have experience playing against Rob.
Yeah,
Right.
Locally, we do have Kabalov, I think.
Caleb.
Caleb.
Kabalov. He prefers Kabalov. I call him Caleb on cast all the time my first time there just because I always messed up pronouncing the name because it's Kabalov. But I mean, Rob.
Yeah, he's one of the best players in the state, so most of our SNHU blue players do have a bit of experience against him, I'd say.
But I mean, there's also like Choreobro with Joker as well. So it's not like either pick is inherently one that they wouldn't expect here. But I think I agree. A smaller hitbox, I think more evasive, harder for Falco to necessarily get those combos in once NJCU decide on who they want.
I think both
Coming in
characters
next.
could capitalize pretty heavily off that off-stage game, because you have that back air with Joker, just such a fast option to swat him even further into disadvantage, into an even worse off-stage position. You have Rob with that massive lingering down air that could just easily catch the up B or side Bs to ledge. So I'd say if you're looking at it from a logical standpoint, I'd say Joker has more pros in that matchup than Rob. Off stage, you definitely would prefer to like play Rob against Falco. You want to have those massive hitboxes that could just stuff him out off stage and force him to recover linearly, and then hit that nice large down air. But Joker, it's fast hitboxes, hard to hit. He's so slippery. And in disadvantage, you have down gun, which
You can just kite with that forever. I mean, you can really just harass with down gun for so long. I feel like you can pepper for a really long time without necessarily being approached that easily.
Yeah, it can kind of just ignore some disadvantage states if your character doesn't have the tools to deal with it. And for Falco, I feel like he could deal with the down gun, but it will kind of stop that upper pressure at least a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the aerial game, I feel like Falco could definitely contest that. I think more than maybe some other characters here. But we are heading in. Not sure who we have. It's okay.
Oh, we have a Pac-Man.
It's Pac-Man. I think that is actually another player that they had on the roster as I quickly dig through here, but not someone that we played against.
Yeah, I don't believe
historically.
I've seen the Pac-Man before.
There's a player named Purple. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the player named Purple. This is someone who regularly does play Pac-Man. So
Yeah, Pac-Man is a pretty notorious trapper character. He's going to set up those projectiles, just trying to set up awkward positions and force Crust to react in a certain way. But we see here he's kind of playing it patient, just trying to hit the hydrant, get it out of here. He has the percent lead at the moment. Oh,
I do have to ask, as someone who does not play Wi-Fi Smash usually, I keep hearing that some characters are notorious on Wi-Fi. Is Pac-Man one of them?
He's not as notorious. He is annoying, yes, on
Okay.
Wi-Fi, but he's not super notorious, in my opinion.
Okay.
He
Less so
definitely
than
isn't
some
a character you want to pop in against because his trapping, even offline, can be hard to deal with on Wi-Fi. That's nearly impossible with certain setups.
Mhm.
Because you have the Galaga, which just goes in such an awkward angle and can lead to crazy high damage combos here.
Yeah, with a little bit of input delay that you have, it can be hard to deal with. Great combo here by cross up air off the top.
goodness.
What a start
That
to this round.
drag down, up tilt, double jump, up air combo, sealing the stock at amazing percents for Crust here. And I believe all it will take is one more combo, and then this could be evened up.
You can tell how Crust likes. You can tell, like, I think Crust has two different distinct modes of play, right? I think when Crust is either going in like hard for combos, or he's doing that thing where he's side baiting at the top and just standing and shielding. Like, you can see him kind of switch between these two on a dime, and I think mixing that up is what allowed him to go in for that. But great down smash center stage as he avoids the ledge.
Ooh, Pac-Man's trying to down smash, catch the 2-frame with that super active smash attack there, and he reflects the hydrant back at him as soon as he throws it out.
Actually, Pac-Man ended up being in control of that. Didn't pressure his shield at all as he goes in with the up tilt bear to get control again. Here he's going to
He does not have a jump, though. This could be a bad situation. Oh, but Pac-Man, wonderful recovery. Use the air dodge. Ooh, scary position for both players at this point. Oh, we have Crust off stage, the hydrant, barely missing. And, oh, he missed the back air, sadly.
Just too far to follow up on it, but still applying a lot of pressure with that, forcing Purple to really think about what the next move is here. This goes to reflect. He has, I think he has key. Couldn't tell if he stopped on Bell or not here, but still.
Yeah, you can see from that sort of like white glow that Pac-Man has that he does have the fully charged key. Oh, unfortunate SD from Crust.
He was high percent. Now he can just go in aggressively. Just use the spawn involved in pressure. Pac-Man's recovery is very solid here. It's making it hard for Crust to really get super aggressive, but I feel like he is forcing Pac-Man to recover in very specific ways, and I feel like Crust hasn't really had that issue here.
Yeah, the only issue with trying to go down for Pac-Man is that trampoline will stay even if he does get spiked, launching him straight back up. So all I'll effectively do is get a few more percent on him. It's very difficult to keep this character in a disadvantageous position off stage, unless you know how to condition them in very specific ways.
Dash attack in the middle, just making it so Crust can't land. Literally, he's doing Jaws right now. The shark is circling under the platform, but I don't remember Jaws ending like that. But I must not have watched the direct-to-video sequel.
Yeah, running up on that shield, just applying so much pressure, catching, I think it was going to be a jump out of shield with an up smash as well.
Parry actually catching an attempted bit of pressure on his shield. Still, Pac-Man able to get away because it's not the vertical up-down ladders that Falco really wants, but this could be the opening for that. No drag down, forcing him out, trying to go for it, but that recovery is very solid as he almost gets caught by a F-smash centered on the side of stage.
Oh, oh,
that was creative.
I believe if that did connect, we might have seen Pac-Man die at 89. Oh,
Let's come back down.
the bell got sent way too high up.
I was on the hopium there for that combo to end that way, but Crust is really in control of this neutral as he chases hard. Still great DI to the left.
Wonderful drag down up air there.
Oh yeah.
Drag down up tilt, sorry. But yeah, here, I'd say the win condition is definitely that bell for the Pac-Man. He wants to get that stun and just get that free smash attack. Although he does have key, another potent kill option. And with Hydrant, that gets super tricky. We see the forward tilt pushing it around as soon as Crust hits it, and he does get punished for it.
I don't know if he was trying to pivot afterwards maybe, but couldn't really get that one going. Here's your reflects the Hydrant, has key, that's a reflected with it! He was fishing for that. He was fishing for that the whole time. And
Crust playing nice and patiently there, just waiting for Pac-Man to throw the key. But sadly, he did change the locks.
Yeah, he locked him out there. Went there. It was, what's the video of the guy coming back to the Jets, trying to get back in the compound? He's like, there's no way. There's no way. It was like after day 1 of training, he was locked down. That's how Purple feeling on the other side of that. But
yeah,
I mean,
sadly, not the right key for that lock.
no, not this time. He was fishing for that the entire game. He was going for reflectors on these projectiles. And Purple, I mean, what are your options on Pack?
Yeah, because those projectiles are one of your main trapping tools.
Yep.
Just those versatile projectiles. But we have Crust, who is just perfectly pressuring those, just threatening a reflector at almost any time. While he was in disadvantage, in neutral, or even while Crust was like just trying to press the advantage a little bit, there was no room for him to really throw out projectiles. We saw his hydrant did get reflected, and he got punished for throwing it out in disadvantage.
What happened was, I mean, he was never, Purple wasn't going for anything that could not be reflected, right? He wasn't going for any of these, like, dare into Bell Z-drop, like, combos like that, right? Wasn't doing anything like that. I just got some word. I'm going to cut myself off here because I got word that something different is happening here. Palutena is going in now, which is not something that I believe. I'm going to scroll through the thing again just to make absolutely sure because I wasn't even looking for this. Hydra, the Palutena player, has always anchored.
Yeah, so they might believe that if they don't get Crust out at this moment, then perhaps he will be able to do a bit more damage to their team. So that might be the thought process behind that. Just get out this threatening player who has wonderful combo extensions before he does too much damage.
Yeah, this is, honestly, I think it's big for SNHU because now they have a lot more players they can put at Hydra and try to whittle away at the stocks and find their advantages. I will say, I need to just call this out because we have some time to kill, and I think this is funny. In their score reports, at one point, Hydra, the player who plays Palutena, who is PR'd in New Jersey, played Ganon and 12-stocked one of the other teams in the playoffs, but they specified that he JV4'd them in one of it. You don't need to say that. That is needlessly mean. You just put the 3. It's the score report for the tournament admins. They're not going to care if it's a JV4 or not.
Yeah, for the sake of score, that's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. That's what I'm saying. They specify it anyway. He must have reported it himself. Honestly, he's like, oh, look
Hear
at
that,
this.
or
Check this
very
out.
proud coach.
Very proud. It could be either way. It could be either way. But Palu versus Falco.
Yeah, I believe this is going to be very rough for Falco here. You have that.
That's probably why they're bringing Hydra now, actually.
Yeah, the back air and dash attack, both of them, just hitting with that shield for Palutena, you cannot contest that move for the most part. It's, I think it's invincible, so if you try to hit through it, Palutena will win that all the time. So that dash attack will be great for sharking landings. Crust will not be able to do those Nair drag downs as safely. And in disadvantage, I think it's just going to be very rough for Crust here. Palutena, a very threatening character.
Yeah,
Those
just
side Bs, being able to catch when you're sleeping. That neutral B, just, again, catching if you're not paying enough attention. That Nair, such a amazing move. Yeah. It leads into...
Listen, I was watching Chase versus Chag at main stage. That's, I don't know if you're groaning almost internally because you remember. Did you watch that game as well? I mean, Palu versus Palu. I saw what this character can do to itself. Yeah, I can imagine against Falco. I feel like Crust is going to have to play almost as slow as he did against Purple, but without the option to reflect key. Like, without Reflector, is this just very safe tool?
Yeah,
it's not going to work as well.
Crust is almost going to be forced to play safe in this next game, as Palutena is such a scary character to make a mistake against.
We'll see here. Crust is going to have to jump off twice. Immediately off the rip. Obviously, equalize the stocks as we... He's... Crust, did he forget? Did he forget? Did he forget? Crust? Crust? I had to let that speak for itself.
Hands off my prey.
Okay, now we're going into game. All right. Had to let that speak for a little bit.
Crust missing the forward air and getting punished for it by 26%. Oh, he does get the combo star, though. Both characters just insane combo damage. We see from just a stray Nair hitting that Hydra can get 30% or up to like 60, I'd say, just from a stray Nair hitting.
Yes. I mean, because you just all combos into itself. I find it interesting how Crust is approaching this. I mean, he's just running. He's just running a marathon down there on stage, and it's managing to kind of slip under all of the options because Hydra's doing jumping Nairs, or just going under that, going for up air here.
Yeah, we were expecting a lot more of a slow-paced game, I'd say.
Yep.
Oh, this is a very scary position for Crust. Palutena having a bunch of active hitboxes that could just stuff out the recovery. That down tilt in particular, being able to send that disgusting angles. The back throw, not taking it quite yet, but the explosive flame will catch that side B. That was wonderfully played from Hydra. That was textbook edgeguard Falco right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, just literally sitting there. Parry, get up attack, go for the knock him back out, rolls past you, turn around, back throw. I mean, it's just hard for Falco to come back. I think Russ did what he could with the tools that he has, but we'll see.
Hydra just perfectly placing all of his options there. He knew when to shield. In particular, I'd say that side B at the end was just, that was very good matchup knowledge. You know Falco, like at that side blast zone, he really wants to get away from there. He doesn't like being that far off stage. He's going to side B. So he perfectly positioned that explosive flame, and at 140, that's going to take the stock.
Oh yeah, I mean, high percent catch with the explosive flame. The explosive flame really makes recovering difficult on times. I will say right now, though, I'm not sure how. I mean, I'm sure Paolo's still going to be able to edge guard, obviously, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder into Pokemon Trainer. We have Quackers coming in for SNHU. 3 different characters you got to have the knowledge for. If I just played enough to, be PR decently high in New Jersey, then you'd assume they would have that knowledge. But still, it's you have to think, you have to shift your mindset on the fly, just like the Pokemon Trainer player does have to do themselves.
Yeah, Pokemon Trainer is just such a versatile character, and you can't expect them to play linearly for most of the game, because as soon as they swap, I'd say most Pokemon Trainers almost play differently per Pokemon. And they just have that as muscle memory, so you can't really maintain punishing the same habits across every Pokemon most of the time, because they just change playstyle so much. You have Charizard, that heavyweight that just wants to avoid getting those kills on him and explode him back. Alright, but yeah, starting off, we have Palutena versus Squirtle. Both characters, high damage combos, and it's really going to depend on who gets the first hit and maintains their advantage, I'd say.
We'll see, it is going to be the dash attack from Hydra that does find it here as they keep following it up. Squirtle getting knocked way away, but catching him off the ledge, actually. Quacker's forced to put out a hitbox instead of recovering immediately to get right back. Potential.
Oh, scary position here for Quackers. His uppy being caught. Oh, thankfully, Ivysaur's Vine Whip will catch on. He side Beats the shield and does get punished for it, losing his stock.
So much pressure on that ledge. I mean, I feel like when Paolu's there, it's going to be really tough to follow up with and just nair into these dash attacks on the ground. Just so hard to contest. Quackers needs to, I think, find a way to whiff punish rather than trying to trade hitboxes into them. They're just so powerful. Still able to make it back, though. Going in under, but just constant dash attacks.
Yeah, Hydra maintaining immense amounts of pressure, just utilizing those dash attacks and nairs. Just whenever you're trying to land, dash attacking you, roll behind and back throw. That will not take it. Squirtle's light, but not quite that light. Still having a jump, will be able to make it back. And the dash attack again, just catching Quackers. Such a hard move to deal with, and that up air, so active, it will catch the Pokemon swap.
And now managing to get control here, but sending the water gun out, but I bet you Hydra goes for a dash attack right now in stage, but now nairing instead, trying to catch before he's able to even get up to a spot where he can dash attack, but still Hydra recovering, gets ledge, recovers center stage, and now starts the up air combos, which Squirtle's going to die earlier to than any other character in Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah, Squirtle, high risk, high reward, insane damage, but again, such a light character. So scary to be put the ledge as Squirtle. We might see a swap just to avoid getting killed early on. Yep, we see a swap to Ivysaur trying to swat away the Palutena. Just so much pressure, needing him out of there.
Great avoid, actually, the down B, the invincibility frames on there, just to be able to get through. And trying to read them dropping shield, but Hydra playing so patient here because they feel like they can. Just really wanted to chase, but look, explosive flame to cover recovery. Charizard's box is so big, if he was anywhere near ledge, that was going to hit.
Yeah, Charizard is such a large character. He's going to get hit by a lot more than Ivysaur and Squirtle.
Yep.
But he will survive a lot longer as well. We see potentially, he does not survive. We saw around 140-ish, him getting hit by the same side B and surviving.
You know, watching explosive flame hit Charizard 3 times in a row, that's like watching me just hit Torch Song on my Skeleturge against any Pokemon on play. It does not matter if they're immune to. I'm just spamming Torch Song, and I'm at +6 special attack. That's what Hydra was doing in that game.
Yeah, Hydra is just maintaining insane pressure against SNHU Blue so far. Just every player, it almost feels suffocating to even watch while they're at the ledge. It just feels as though all their options have been covered before they choose them.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what Palu does, right? I mean, like, just putting out hitboxes you really can't
Yeah, we
contest
saw
at all.
how many dash attacks connect in that last game.
A lot.
Yeah, every time that Quackers was trying to land there, we saw dash attack stuffing out whatever he tried to land with. Whether it was an attack, neutral, I think he might have even has air dodge caught once.
I think so. I think it was just really patrolling that ground and making it difficult to go. And now we have Insignia coming in as the anchor for SNHU, who could be playing Bowser or Corinne. Looks like I know it's Corinne. I was going to have a bit, but it's going to be Corinne. He gave me a big C with his hand. So Corinne coming in to play against the Palu. And I think that makes sense. I feel like Bowser just gets...
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good matchup.
Palutena Nair versus Bowser, that alone makes it a losing matchup.
120%. I feel like... I remember the last time I casted the last game, I believe, against this Palutena player, and I remember just watching the drag down Nairs over and over and over and over, racking it up to the triple digits. So I understand going in with Corinne over Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser would have been completely snuffed out by Palutena's moveset, I feel like. Because you can't down air or down B to mix up your disadvantage. Because that up air is just such a large hitbox. Like, between Nair and up air, that's the most suffocating thing that SNHU's been having to deal with. Just Nair, up air, and dash attack. Those moves are insane. They apply pressure just by knowing they're inside of Palutena's kit.
Now, I don't need to be elaborating on Bowser because we know he's not coming on it, but if I were to side B a Palutena dash attack, there's no way, right? It would have to be the most flawlessly timed Koopa Claw of all time, right?
Yeah, if you
because it's invincible hitboxes, but is it ungrabbable?
I believe you could, because Bowser's side B is insanely long.
Yes.
You could potentially grab before the
That's the
hitbox
matchup
comes
tech.
out.
That's the matchup tech. Did we already declare our character? Just perfectly side B every dash attack that Hydra does. Come on.
Yeah, before they know they're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, because there's like, what, how many frames of delay on Wi-Fi?
Yeah, that dash attack comes out very fast.
Yes.
That's the only thing. It's just a hard move to deal with. It is very unsafe, though, so if we did see a Bowser potentially, then I could envision a very, like, shield-based gameplay with those uppies punishing those dash attacks, trying to catch landings, or maybe even mixing up his landing timings right before he lands with a down air, just to catch and hit Palutena for...
The attempted punish, yeah.
Yeah.
But this theory crafting is just theory crafting. We are seeing Corinne, who can probably play a little bit with Pin for a bit of range there. Nair can almost contest Palu Nair, and it's big, but it's not a multi-hit one, but you can definitely at least fight against some of these aerials with it.
Yeah, I believe Corin is a very wise choice here because just Corin has a bit of a longer sword than your average character. So I believe Corin will be able to actually get that hit when some of our characters would be completely stuffed out. I think that forward air might be able to hit past Palutena's Nair. And
be good to see.
Landing Corin forward air, also insane combo tool. I've seen Insignia kill so many people at like 70 at ledge with forward air to back air.
Honestly, I'm just happy that we're seeing some variety in stages here. Yeah, we're not seeing just PS2. We saw, I believe, Smashville last game. Now we're seeing Kalos here for what could be the last game of the set, depending on how this thing goes. But early pressure for Insignia. Palu is able to land again. I think you have to see some grounded play if you don't want to get combo, but actually escaping at that time. Two Nairs can't get the follow-up. And Corinne, you can see constant contesting from Insignia with that fair. As you mentioned, it is trading really well into some of these areas.
Yeah, I believe that Corin will be able to kind of contest in that mid-range a lot better than the characters we've seen up until this point.
I didn't know Auto Reticle tripped.
Yeah, I believe it does have a chance to trip.
It's the brawl button. That's what it is. It's the brawl button. Puts a chance to trip back in the game if you get hit by it here. Yep. And Insignia desperately has to get back to stage, trying to find a way.
Yeah, scary position. We've seen the most SNHU stocks have been taken in this similar position. The down air will get Hydra off stage. This is a very scary position for both players. Who's going to take the stock? I believe it will be at this ledge. We have a forward throw mixing up the DI, and the back air will catch that rising neutral B from Insignia.
Yeah, Hydra clearly so confident on Wi-Fi. I mean, most players do not chase like that, right? Most players do not follow you off stage on Wi-Fi. You see a lot of people just waiting to go for a two-frame or to go for some reliable ledge trap, but Hydra is just chasing constantly here, trying to go for the ledge trap, not able to get it, but evading the explosive flame, still just shielding on ledge. Hydra is able to bring this back to a neutral game.
Yeah, we see both players here just playing wonderfully. the pressure from Hydra has just been incredible this entire game. Just knowing where to place all their moves to try and limit their opponent's options the most as possible. Like we saw there, the jumping side B covering that run-up so that they'd be able to land safely on the platform. Oh, the forward tilt will be able to take that. It is a wonderful ledge trapping option, wonderful poke. Just swatting Palutena into the blast zone. And we see it's... Oh, we have Corrin in a disadvantageous position still. Hydra just knowing so well how to continue advantage. Even though they do trade, they know which hitbox to throw out in order to maintain their advantage the best they can.
Insignia's doing a great job at evading these explosive flames, though. I think Corrin maybe just has the ability to mix it up. And now, not going for those dares as much here, because Hydra's going to be expecting it now. So, going for air dodges as they descend. Hydra's now waiting for that, able to kind of sneak by the explosive flame, go for the pin. Off stage, so much pressure there, but not getting the 2-frame on the recovery with that dare. Insignia really wants to return this to neutral. He tried to charge a smash, but caught. I like the attempt. I think you need to go for something kind of risky like that when you're down to your last stock now.
Yeah, I do believe if Hydra didn't do a nair specifically there, then that could have been their stock taken. That counter lasting so long, just stopping that disadvantage state, both all running straight under the auto reticle. That is one.
That's a call. That's a call, right? That is a, like, I know what you're going to do. I know this is going to beat it. I'm going to do this. Needs to be careful about this. Up air doesn't do it that time. I think he was delaying it to wait for dare, but does not come out. Hydra really trying to chase Pelu so fast on the ground, can really go.
The back air will take that high recovery. It did sadly miss the platform. I think he was aiming for that.
Too bad for you.
Yeah, trying to go for it. Forced, I mean, just knocked so far away, forced to use recovery that maybe they didn't want to. And NJCU will take the first game of the set. Like I said, this is the third time we've matched up against this team, and consistently Hydra is a massive pain point to deal with. I think every time Hydra has taken the last stock, I think we've always gotten to Hydra. This is just the first time that NJCU has moved them up in the list to be that second to last player, as opposed to their anchor like they always have done previously.
Yeah, Hydra, just an amazing player, as we saw, knows how to just perfectly maintain their advantage state and just close out stocks consistently. Like, I believe almost 90% of the stocks that we saw taken by Hydra were at ledge. They just know how to continue that ledge trapping pressure so well.
Just
using side Bs to pressure not jumping or recovering in certain ways. And then I feel as though there also is a bit of some conditioning done at the ledge that we might not be noticing, because I feel as though there is a bit of ledge jumping going on that Hydra has been catching.
Well, yeah, I feel like ledge jumping is... Well, he's been parrying get-up attack. He's been pivot, grab, back throwing people who roll through. But I still feel like the last thing you want to do... I mean, you don't want to neutral get-up either. You're just right in front of him at that point.
Yeah.
But then if you were to ledge jump, then you're right in up air, you're right in nair. All the options open up. I feel like ledge jumping is the thing that sets you up the most to just get caught.
Yeah, but it's also the most appealing option at the same time, because as Palutena is down there, you just expect to go right over. And I feel as though that might be the appeal that we've seen from SNHU so far. Because on the ground, that dash attack and grab just... Hydra is so good at positioning both of those. We've seen Hydra perfectly grabbing shields and dash attacking landings, and it almost, again, feels suffocating to just watch this. I can't imagine having to play against Hydra at disadvantage. That just seems...
Oh, yeah, Hydra wasn't in your division. That's right.
I am so happy for that. I feel as though
you had to play against Sonic, so
Sonics didn't even show up. They had
well,
two
no,
people.
because Tony Pajamas, 12 stock. I don't know if 12 stock, but I looked at Fisher Navy. Fisher Navy, by the way, I think we can talk about this now. Fisher Navy is the team that is waiting to play the winner of this set in grand finals. And also, I'm a stickler about saying finals and grand finals. I've never been able to say grand finals about an NECC tournament. This is the first time there's actually been a loser's bracket and a grand finals. That is up ahead. Fisher will have a 1-game advantage on whoever makes it up there. But that team, I mean, they have some stars in New England. I mean, they have Sonics, not necessarily from New England, but still competing with that team. And then I think they just put in Tony Pajamas and someone named Endy, who's a Pokemon trainer player, who have just, I think those two players just beat everyone.
Yeah, I hear that they only have like 1 to 2 people show up for their matches like early on in the season, and they still just make it that far.
Yeah.
They're oozing with confidence, and they're amazing players. It is frustrating, though, to hear that you do lose to just 2 players. Admittedly.
Sorry, I was looking over the monitor to see who is still sitting there, and it is Insignia.
All right.
There. So opening with Insignia this time could be probably still Corinne, I'm going to say, while I stare at him to see if he puts a letter in his hands to designate that to me this time. Probably not going to because the headphones are on this time. We'll assume it's still Corinne. I think most of the matchups here you don't want to be playing Bowser into, right? I mean, Aegis, Joker, Pac-Man, they also have a Cloud player, and then Palutena. Feel like you don't want to be playing Bowser into a lot of those. I think you can definitely win some of those as Bowser, but Corinne, I feel like, is just going to have better matchups.
Yeah, I feel as though SNHU's best chance might be saving Insignia for Hydra once maybe a stock or two has been taken, because that was the closest player versus player matchup that we've seen. Both players just having amazing sense of neutral and advantage and disadvantage state, and knowing how to press that. We saw both of them going from 0 to 70 in just that first stock.
Cross also applied a lot of pressure, by the way, in theirs, but it was just one stock left. Hydra happened to be the one to get it, but I remember those trades actually being fairly in Press's favor before that first stock got taken. We're in here to see. I'm curious to see who the first person in is going to be, if they open with Kashira again, if they try to mix things up.
Yeah, I believe that this will kind of determine the pacing for the rest of this game.
Yeah.
As
they won't open, they've never opened with Hydra other than the time that he 12-stocked the team with Ganon. That's the only time Hydra has ever played first. Actually, I'm going to double check that. Yes.
Yeah, so Hydra is definitely the steamroller of that team. You save him to dismantle what's left, or to assure a victory, it seems.
Yes, Hydra is the one that they put in to confirm here. And I'll watch the last time that SNHU played. I can actually get the exact stocks. They went to Hydra with, it was 2 stocks to 0, where it was Crust versus Hydra as the final one, with Crust taking 1 stock at the very end. Oh, we're into game very quickly. It is Kashira.
Into the game
it's Kashira opening up, and he's on Joker this time.
All right, so we have Corrin versus Joker. I feel as though this might be a little awkward for the Joker, as Corrin just has those fast, long hitboxes that can kind of just stuff him out in that neutral range. And we've seen Insignia, a wonderful pilot for this character. Oh, we see a lot of down gun trying to stop that disadvantageous situation for Kashira.
I like the risk. If you're going to go for it, right? I do actually like that here. We'll see how well Insignia deals with Arsene being out. It's, again, more down gun, but up being straight through it. The Igon catching Insignia, waiting center stage for something to happen here. That projectile so strong now. Is percentage fairly even with Kashira now just getting the percent advantage here with 0.2% between them.
Yeah, we see Kashira using a lot of gun, both just down gun and neutral gun in the air, just trying to get that extra percent tacked on, using a lot of Aegon as well. And the up smash not being able to take it, as Joker does not have the big red brother at the moment.
Using a lot of gun. That's me playing Call of Duty. So that's what my friends say when I'm playing that.
But yeah, we have a scary position for Kashira here. We know that forward tilt could just take the stock at ledge. And again, Insignia is an amazing player at ledge. He knows how to cover a lot of options.
And we'll see if he can get him back to ledge here, catching him with a falling nair, forcing the double jump, actually making him land right on platform and catching him with up air. A lot of decent amount of rage on this Corinne, but has to kite for that platform invincibility is gone. Still able to get a few there. And Polus does return to center stage as they trade into neutral again, but these nairs so hard for Kashira to deal with, but Igon sending him soaring as he tries to counter the next one, just messing up the timing a little bit.
Yeah, that damage over time from the Aegon, just we've almost seen 20% just from that side B in the last 15 seconds. It is a wonderful move. Oh, we have the pin coming out from Insignia, almost taking the stock super early. Both players in the awkward position at the ledge. We know Insignia is amazing at taking stocks here, and the pin will catch that get up.
But he has to be so careful. I mean, so much is going to kill now, at least once he gets Arsene again. 182, the tiniest option, not catching with the drag down up there though. Insignia is able to kite that for now, and still playing under this platform, but having to kite over the Iga on potential here for Kashira, gets the up air and does take him down at almost 200%.
Being able to tech that drag down up air, just even off Wi-Fi, that's already insane, but on Wi-Fi, I feel as though Insignia is kind of in his head at this point.
Insignia woke up this morning and teched that.
Yep, he woke up earlier.
That's the delay. That's the delay, right? He woke up and said, I probably need to tech it up earlier. I'm just going to tap my shield button and see what happens here. And come on, get going for that up B.
Kashira did not have a jump there. It was caught by, I believe, another forward air. Oh, bad position for Kashira here. Both players scrambling to get a hit. The back air connecting. Scary position. We know back air, pin, so much could kill. The up B catching. I believe there is invincibility on that up B, so the perfect tool to shark out that gun that we've seen Kashira just wanting to go for so much.
That was actually a bit of, I'm probably overthinking this, but that's what I do as a caster. A lot of the trades early were done with Nair, right? Insignia was poking with Nair. Then, by that last stock, he started switching to back air. So going from, instead of like kind of an upward diagonal hit, he was starting to do a much more like longer horizontal hit. Now Kashira thinks he can go back to doing down gun because of how horizontal this hitbox is. Suddenly he's getting upbeat in the middle of neutral. That's a bit of conditioning in the moment.
Insignia, again, conditioning, like you said, with the Nair's early game, but the back air is saying it's such a like awkward angle.
Yep.
And
it pushes him away, too. You can't really follow up on it because the bear also propels Corinne.
Yeah, just Becker being a great, like, single-hit option. Just realizing that he will be able to get the hit in those situations because maybe Kashira was kind of gauging the risk-reward and thought it isn't so bad to get hit by a Nair in those situations because, again, you have that down gun. So I think he might have got comfortable after getting hit with that combo extender and... just Insignia realizing that habit of downgunning and disadvantage. He will use that uppy, which I still don't know why it has iframes, but...
It's kind of sick. Well, Corinne turns into a dragon. Come on.
Yeah, I
Have you played Fire Emblem Fates?
I haven't played a single Fire Emblem game.
Okay. Listen, Corinne gets higher defense when they have the Dragonstone equipped. It just makes sense.
All right.
I wonder...
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. Iframes on that. Give Corinne that at the very least. But still, stylish stocks taken there.
Yeah, it does lead to
all the way through.
It does lead to insanely just pleasing kills.
Yes,
like that uppy in the blast zone. I could watch that 1,000 times and it will still be just as good.
Yeah, and I love up B chases again, probably because I just play Bowser Jr. I mean, just leaving up B on the ground to shark someone or chasing them with the one good move that he has, which is the out of Koopa car aerial. Literally, just up B, stare at the minimap the entire time until the dots get close to each other. That's just the way to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker for those because of that. That's probably why I like watching Mario too.
Yeah, killing up Bs at the top of the blast zone, those are always wonderful to look at. And an example with, say, Terry, you have that jab rising tackle on a top platform that just drags them straight up into it, and that's a kill at like 70%.
That sounds fair and fun.
Yeah, it's fair and balanced.
Is it fun? Is it fun to play? Is it fun to play against? Is this to do?
To play against?
Yes. No? Great.
Playing against Terry is not fun.
Okay. And you just inflict that on people on a daily basis. You wake up in the morning and you say, I'm going to cause problems on purpose.
Part of the game plan is realizing they're going to be frustrated.
That's true. I get that.
Knowing that they're going to be upset when I have go because they didn't get the kill confirm, I thrive on that. And then
they get upset when I lock the character. That's what happens to me. Okay, story time. I was playing against Accelerate, who I believe is number 3 in the state. Oh, warming up for Radiant Saga. Both times I've gone to locals, I've just been a punching bag for a PR player. This is not a joke. It's like, who do I play against? I guess I'll sit down next to Ethan. I guess that's the next Accelerate. I've just been crushed. I picked Banjo for one game. Maximus on Rob is coming in. I'm going to cut off my story because I've been interrupted to say that Maximus on Rob is coming in.
I don't believe we saw that last time, did we?
No, Maximus did not come in last time. Maximus might have been the last one in. They have played against Maximus on Rob before.
Was that their first game, though?
No, this was the game that was not on stream. This was played just before Thanksgiving break on the day where everyone went home, so we did not cover it. Okay. But last time they were here, Maximus took 3 stocks, 1 against Rotten Lunch's Ridley, and 2 against Steven on Mario. Surprise.
I believe that Insignia is going to do pretty proficiently against Rob, as he does have in-state experience.
So much with experience.
Yeah, he knows his character like the back of his hand.
But Wi-Fi Rob I feel like it has to be different, right? I mean, like, he's used to Caleb doing some crazy setups here. in state, but on Wi-Fi, Rob is definitely a different beast. Also, you can really see a lot of Robs playing differently. Even just the last GSG, Whirlpool and Kabalov played so different in those late game sets, those losers finals. So I think it could be a bit of kind of adapting, but again, the specific stuff like edge guarding Rob or knowing how to deal with top and knowing where the lasers are going to go, that applies to everyone.
Yeah, he perfectly caught that linear recovery with the side B, getting the stock, I think, around 90 to 100 against Rob. That is insane. That tipper side B is such a threatening option. He's inside of his head there. That side B luckily catching Insignia, although it might be a little too late. Insignia might be inside Maximus's head at this point.
We'll see. I think the next interaction will kind of decide that, not be able to get the follow-up on the down tilt opener because of the high percent still. Insignia knows to go in high, and look, Maximus trying to catch the roll still. Go backwards on the pin, stop walking into top.
Yeah, that top being just a good option. Oh, catching the inwards kick from the side B there.
I mean, a good read by him, but up BDI. Narrowly keeping him alive, but one top off doesn't have the edge guard. He's rolling from ledge, gets him again, but he lives in TI again.
Yeah, Maximus just being so prepared for that like out of nowhere options.
He's trying to
get back air, will take it at 130.
Catching him with the back air again that time. I mean,
such a wonderful kill option from Korn, just hitting him with the wings and just flying in the opposite direction. So hard to deal with.
I feel like there's not a lot of aerials like that either. I love the uniqueness of that pair in particular here, as he recovers too fast from these for Maximus to really approach. He's just using his run speed, and it's just not enough.
Yeah, we see a few times, though, Maximus is trying to dash attack those back air landings to try to catch him, but it pushes him. It pushes Insignia too far away to actually get caught. And we see a nice 30%. Oh, the down tilt's coming out from Maximus, just trying to poke Insignia off stage. He's trying to keep him out, maybe get him to a higher percent so he can down throw up smash. Oh, the up air, just a late hit connecting. We have Insignia, who's playing really careful at the moment, just trying not to... Oh, the tipper forward smash, so much shield stun.
As the Nair lasts so long, does manage to catch Insignia. He comes in above, not able to punish that side B, but still just trying to space him out. Catches him with the supercharged up smash. That is sort of ridiculous.
We saw Rob there also going for, the back air. As I was about to say, wonderful back air from Insignia. He knows where to place those to always like either bait out an option or to get the hit.
Yep.
He is amazing with that.
And just to be safe, I mean, again, the wing beat, it sends you it propels you, and you are hard to punish, especially with a character like Rob. You saw Maximus. He would get a hit and just be walking at like Mach 0, trying to follow up, and just not able to do it because Rob is so slow, and Insignia is dealing with those projectiles so well. Top was on the ground like twice that entire game. He shielded almost either he shielded it or he didn't get his B reverse and he just threw it off stage.
Yeah,
like there was
immediately just threw it.
Yeah, or he just threw it. It was never waiting as a threat, and Insignia made sure of that with his use of shield.
Yeah, that I believe is matchup knowledge from Insignia there. It's just, as we saw, that side B off stage, I feel like Insignia just knows Rob's disadvantage so well, which is such a, Achilles heel for that character, where, sorry, who was the Rob again? Maximus. I believe Maximus just wasn't able to keep up with the pressure and disadvantage, and I think that was the driving factor there.
They also might not have a local Corinne too, compared to I feel like I have seen Insignia and Kabalom play in double digits at this point. Like just from having been to Radiant Sagas and seeing them play like in bracket and then in losers and in all the GSGs up to this point, like I feel like I've seen them play double digits times, and I've only just met Insignia. He's just started coming here this year.
Yeah, Insignia just with so much Rob knowledge, it's going to be difficult going Rob against
just that much Rob.
Yeah. Luckily, I've managed to avoid Caleb so far. I don't know how.
Good luck. Good luck next time you play him. You want to be playing him because you're not going to have that intel really. Rob is just everywhere though. I feel like I don't think it's a New Hampshire specific thing. I feel like wasn't there a local in Texas that just banned Rob and DLC characters?
I believe so. I think they might have banned Fighters Pass 2 or like most of them, because Fighters Pass 2 is a bit of an issue for. It's a bit of a topic of controversy for a lot of players.
Mm-hmm. And I think that region in particular was like full of Steves and Kazuyas.
Yeah, and both of those characters just being able to get one hit and take your stock for it, it can almost feel demoralizing just playing against.
Yeah.
Because if you make one mistake, you're essentially doing a boss fight against a live person. They're playing a boss character, and you're playing an NPC.
It's like when they add boss characters to like the definitive edition of a fighting game, and you're like, it's like a year in, you're like, do we ban this character? Or is that
Yeah, like Akuma in Street Fighter, where he just had like a one-hit KO, I believe.
I think it was Street Fighter 2. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't know anything about traditional fighting games back then. I think I followed them a little bit more now. But on the topic of this, there's a couple players that could come in. We could see Purple again coming in for them. There's Rampage, who's been inconsistent. It is Purple, and we are going in right now. That is exactly what production said. Pac-Man is who they wanted. Is it possible that these are the only 4 players they have in today? No, because they already had some. No, they didn't.
Because the Rob was a different player.
The Rob was a different player, but that was also, we didn't see the 4th player who was going to play.
Oh, so
Game
that could
1.
potentially been their 4th, yeah. I do believe Insignia will be able to do kind of proficiently against Purple, as Rob, again, another trapper character, and he just seems to kind of know how to avoid those awkward positions. And we see already Purple not having a double jump. Oh, he almost landed on the trampoline, stopping his recovery completely. That will have been amazing to see. That dash attack also so safe, super hard to deal with. And we see Purple just running back, kind of charging those projectiles, missing the Galaga, which, again, crucial combo tool for Pac-Man.
While we have a second, I do want to ask, why small battlefield?
I believe that might be for the... Ooh. Oh, the side B2 frame from Purple. Oh my goodness.
That is how many stocks that he's taken so far? This is his 7th. I think that he's managed to take away from them. Insignia is just on a tear here. But do you think this was a pick from Insignia or from Purple? Do you think Purple just wants to give him less room to avoid the projectiles?
I believe Purple did kind of want to box a bit more with Insignia here, because Pac-Man, his normals are not very long range. He has fast moves, but if you're trying to contest a character like Corrin, you don't want to give them a lot of space.
I'm sorry, what is this music? I don't know. I've heard this before. I just hear yodeling in my ears while I'm trying to focus on the game. I don't know who picked this one here, but great catch there on the move by Purple, getting the up tilt, knocking him off, and trying to go for the pin once again. I think that's going to have to be something that he is consistently looking for as he manages to block Hydrant. Apple actually blocking that projectile, but Dare loses to Corrin up air.
Yeah, it almost looked like Insignia was trying to throw out those neutral bees specifically to contest projectiles thrown by Purple.
Corrin's punish options and ability to kite away from them is so impressive. I think that really is like what makes you want to play the character, right? Because you can bear and push yourself away. You can pin and then choose to kick away if it doesn't connect. You have so many options that I feel like that are safe, but still let you play like a traditional swordy and try to punish.
Oh, and thankfully, that forward smash did clang with the Hydrant before it got launched at Insignia, so it will not send him into a disadvantageous position. He'll be hit by the key, sent off stage. We have Purple just charging up that... What's the bonus fruit? There we go.
Bonus fruit, yeah. That is the name of that here. Insignia trying here is Valorant popping off during their practice. Over there up front. Bell block caught actually. Could be a setup here, but not going to combo with it. But gets the kick back actually, sending Pac-Man way out. Yeah,
the back end of that move being very awkward to deal with and just anticipate as well. The up throw will be able to take it at 150. I think Insignia did catch Purple off guard. That seemed kind of like the I want to die DI, almost.
Yeah, I mean, you up throw under platform. I get that he was high percent and that Corrin is starting to build up a bit of rage here, but you just don't expect that most of the time here.
He might have been trying to run in at the moment, so maybe that's why he died.
That's true.
In such a conclusive manner there. But yeah, Insignia, again, having such good experience against Trapper archetypes, he's just kind of ignoring the shenanigans that I feel like other players would have to deal with. Oh, the key and the Hydrant hitting.
Should have killed. Am I crazy? He is at high percent for that to not be taking.
I do believe the key hit him first and then the Hydrant.
Okay.
And the Hydrant does have less knockback.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Actually catching the Bell, going for the stun, almost getting it, but it does force Purple to hold shield. He cannot get the Bell back, and now trying to chase him here off the edge, actually going for F smash.
Oh, the tipper forward smash, killing him at 60. At ledge, 60 from a forward smash. That is insane. That was an amazing raid coming out from Insignia, just preserving that last stock to the perfect extent. We see him going up to 167, and he still clutches on, refusing to let go of that stock. Absolutely wonderful.
ZD is going to give Duffy a 12 stock for his birthday. No. He's trying to. He's trying to. Once again, by the way, if you're wondering why there's a random face on screen when we're in game, it's Duffy's birthday. Yeah, that's why he's there. We're celebrating Duffy for the last match of the last game of the season, no matter what happens, for everyone.
Yeah. Duffy being the Smash Bros. Coach, by the way, for the viewers that might not know.
I should probably specify that. Thank you. Wow, you're doing my job. Yes,
I'm a part-timer, by the way.
Yes, yeah. The coach for the team is the one whose birthday is today. He is the one whose face is on stream. Just wanted to let anyone know who's tuning in going, what? Like, man, NJCU, they all look the same and they're not moving. Their webcam is real. I think it's frozen. Can someone fix that?
But yeah, we might see SNHU gifting Duffy a win for his birthday.
Yeah, it's possible.
What
Again,
better wish?
Still another game after this, even if SNHU win. Just wanted to remind you of that.
Last game might have been a warm up from what we've seen so far.
That's true. Yeah, they are definitely playing hotter going in here. We can only assume that it's Palutena.
Yeah, I believe Insignia has done enough damage to where they must be just thinking, get him out of here. He is not allowed to take another stock. You don't want that because you still have the rest of SNHU Blue that can come in and just clean up for how much damage that Insignia has done so far. I believe he's taken out.
If Hydra comes in and everyone only takes one stock, SNHU still wins.
Yeah, right. I believe this is their last player, right?
Yeah, which is why it's going to be Hydra, probably. Surprise.
Oh, yep, it is 3 stocks to 10. Insignia putting in so much work for SNHU.
We'll see as he's going to dare off stage. I kind of like the crust way of doing it. I kind of like the up B and then slowly drift all the way down.
You got to make him anticipate it. But yeah, we did see before, Insignia does go pretty even on that first stock with Hydra most of the time. Those Nares being such a threatening option, though, building up 43, 52% nearly by themselves. And that last hit of Nair just comboing so well and applying so much pressure. Such a fast character in Palutena.
Do you think PS2, actually really good, I just want to mention, do you think PS2 is better than Kalos for the Corinne in this matchup?
I believe you would want a bit more room against Palutena, but also Palutena is such a fast character, the space might not matter very much. And also having such impressive hitboxes, as we've seen, can just stuff out even a Storty like Corin at that mid-range.
Beating Pin there with the descending there. He wants to go for the ledge trap, but just going to catch him. And again, jumping from ledge. I'm going to be paying attention to that now that you've mentioned it, how much they do that. But here, actually, neutral get up, going for, roll from ledge, getting some hits here, trying to catch the read on the platform and just having to avoid these. There's the neutral get up. Now you can see Insignia is really mixing up his recovery here.
That dash attack will catch that short hop, though. The down B will stop that disadvantage. Hopefully, Insignia will be able to find the hit and continue advantage state. Anything at this point is extra credit, though. If he does manage to take a stock, then all we need is for SNHU 3 players to take 2 stocks. And
I'm just playing so safe now.
The Nair to back air, not quite taking it, but just we've seen Insignia being so prevalent at the ledge, and that the down smash almost catching the ledge completely.
He was trying to read a roll left, right? The down smash, I think, would have covered any...
that, as we've seen from Hydra, they just know where to position that
explosive flame
so well. We've seen countless stocks have been taken by that move. It's so active, wonderful, amazing kill option, and it just covers such a large chunk of space. And as we saw, if you use it to just cover a landing, they have
to double jump, or they have to use another option, right? Like
they have to expend a resource just to avoid that one option. Or even just the threat of that option. In which case, Palutena can up air, dash attack their next landing because you won't have anything else you'll be able to do. Yeah, Hydra just knowing so well how to pressure with Palutena, and we see even Insignia getting kind of stuffed out by the immense pressure that Hydra can output.
Trying to see who's going in right now. I saw... I'm not sure who is, but Quackers did just chant and then do this.
I think it might be Quackers.
It could be trying to pump himself up.
Yeah, Quackers might be going in and taking 3 stocks, hopefully.
We'll see how it is. Again, hopefully learned a lot from that last matchup. I honestly feel like if it is Quackers, I feel like you just don't play Squirtle.
Yeah, we saw Squirtle just not being able to get in the hit.
Yep.
I believe Ivysaur would be the best out of the three because you have mid to long range where you're prevalent, and Palutena also wants to be in that range. That back air from Ivysaur, though, might be able to even stuff out the dash attack before it can actually reach, as it does have at a bit of like a diagonal behind Ivysaur, so it might catch before he's actually low enough to get hit by that dash attack.
It is Quackers going in, so it will be Pokemon treated.
We've seen Quackers being quite prevalent with all three of the Pokemon trainer characters, and also having the YOLO Flare Blitzes from Charizard, which you just have to be ready for. You have to constantly keep in the back of your mind, this guy has no fear of hitting your shield with Side B. He will Side B you.
Yes, and well, whatever happens, happens. As soon as when he hits that button, whatever happens, happens, and we're gonna be happy with the outcome no matter what. Now, Quacker's name in Discord is the Indomitable Human Spirit. And
we might see that come out.
We might see the Indomitable Human Spirit come out here. It is entirely possible. And as someone who has never won a single game in a tournament I've ever signed up for Smash Brothers, who has gone 0-2 every single time, I don't want to see Squirtle. My expert opinion.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see it. I'm just gonna mention it again as they go in, because the most of the percent that Quackers racked up in the time that he was in was,
I believe, with
stopping edge guards with Razor Leaf when he was coming back in, and a few good trades on Charizard. Otherwise, we didn't see much, and we'll see exactly how Quackers adapts from both the feedback from his team and his own experience having just played against Hydra.
I do believe we will be seeing the Ivysaur come out potentially, or he might just try to get that early percent racked up and immediately swap. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. Quacker's playing very patient here, though, just kind of waiting out Hydra's approaches, maybe hoping for an ult. He does get caught by the landing Nair multiple times there. Just such a prevalent option you have to watch out for. The Quackers, I think, is just trying to wait for Hydra to choose an unsafe option in neutral and try to get a big combo for it. We will see the teleport cancel on the ledge there. Just such a crazy option to go for Palutena. Just having no end leg on that up B. And he's just sharking the landing so well, applying so much ledge pressure that it's suffocating again to look at. Such an amazing pilot for this character.
I just really do not want to see Bear traded into dash attack. I feel like it just wins every time, and we're seeing Quackers try to do it. That time, patient, waiting, shielding, going to punish after it comes in 50% to 115. Now traded, caught with
the side B will catch it though.
And the star KO just to buy a little bit more time, but we're seeing Ivysaur now. There's a bit more percent. He's probably feeling more confident for it, but can't get caught doing that Razor Leaf. Nair is going to rack up so much.
Yeah, we see Quackers going from 0 to 42, and he will swap back to the Squirtle, getting him to 68 with dash attack up airs. But again, Hydra just applying so much pressure off stage, and Quackers has gone from 0 to 80 in the span of less than 20 seconds. Just such insane pressure coming out from Hydra here.
Yeah, but now Quacker's able to regain here, but still teleport cancel onto the platform. So hard to punish. Palutena able to get basically no landing lag on the aerials here. Now forced to use Ivysaur to come back.
And down tilt will pop him up perfectly for that back air. And it's just, yeah, such an active move, laying into such consistent kills there at ledge. Yeah, we see Hydra trying to find that hit with Nair, get potentially a high damage Yup, as we see here. He does drop though, dragging him down onto the platform, and both players are reset to neutral, but Hydra does manage to find the hit, hitting the last hit of Nair, continuing pressure with the dash attack, trying to catch him with the Nair air. No, he hits the up air, and the second up air does catch him there. So high up, that will kill even Ivysaur, who he definitely isn't light.
No,
Ivysaur is a chunky character.
Yeah, he is fairly heavy, but not able to survive that high up. I mean, when you're that high, I mean, I think you're killing Bowser. I mean, honestly, like even super heavies, when you're at that point in the stage, even at that percent, I think it will take you down. So Hydra able to find 3 quick, and we will see who is coming up next for them. PT, flexible, but still tough to play.
We saw there in that game, Quackers was trying to play very patient, but Hydra just having so much aggressive pressure that even though Quackers was spacing pretty well, Hydra would extend a little further than normal just so he could get the tip of his hitboxes, as we saw. It was just insane neutral from both players, but Hydra just knowing how to find that hit so consistently and continuing the pressure. Quackers, again, just in neutral, he was doing fine, but disadvantage, Hydra is... He thrives.
Impressive. He's impressive for sure.
He is such an impressive player whenever you're in disadvantage, as we saw. You will go from 0 to 80 to at the ledge and then die from a down tilt back air, just like that. It's suffocating again to watch, for lack of a better word.
For sure. And I will say there is a mix-up from us. We have Rotten Lunch coming in now, and I am curious as to what character Rotten Lunch could be playing. I can say it at this point. It's not. They're not gonna swap him out. It's Cloud. Cloud going to be coming in. I think Cloud, I feel like, was something that Rotten Lunch avoided playing on Wi-Fi initially.
I do believe Cloud is pretty good on Wi-Fi, though. Almost like a pseudo buff, because you're not able to deal with his options as well. And that back air from Cloud is... I despise that move, personally. It is insanely safe, and if he just dashes back, there's almost no way to punish that. Unless you're select few characters, Cloud's back air is...
Not Terry, I assume.
Yeah, Terry will not be able to punish Cloud back air, sadly. Unless I get a parry.
I could have, honestly, context clues. I could have figured that out. But I wanted to ask. But yeah, I mean, Cloud's options, big hitboxes, big reach, tough to deal with. And it might be able to actually trade into some of these moves. Like, I mean, you say some characters. I'm assuming Palu's one of them just because of how much this character has. But I feel like Cloud could be a decent option and one that we have not put in against them recently.
Although, the main thing I do notice is that even if our players are doing well against Hydra in neutral, once they're in disadvantage, that's the part where Hydra really shines. The neutral doesn't seem to matter as much, because we'll see our players, again, going from 0 to 80 to dying off of 2 interactions.
Yep.
But in neutral, they're just trying to find that stray hit, and I feel as though with Cloud, that's a character that definitely does struggle a lot in disadvantage. So I can imagine this being a very tough matchup coming up for Rotten Lunch with, Cloud and Napolitana. It's just off stage, having to deal with that side B, that neutral B even. Like, auto reticle off stage against Cloud can stuff out his jump, and then he just dies.
Unless you up B into auto reticle.
Yeah,
get hit, get another up B. That could be the name of the game here, but we're going to see early trades here. It is Cloud. I feel like we never get to see Rotten Lunch play Cloud on Wi-Fi. I think this is a character that he has avoided quite a bit. We see a lot of... I mean, we see Ridley recently. You see Byleth. You see Ike. Cloud is Rotten Lunch's pick offline.
We see Rotten Lunch going from 0 to 75 uncontested, 92 uncontested so far. He does get the limit, being able to mix up the recovery super deep, but that Nair will send him right back off, and he gets caught by the back air, losing that stock. 0-0. He got 0 to death, and yeah, we see Hydra just emitting again. Insane aggressive pressure. Those Nairs, he is very proficient in getting those combos.
I'll be out of shield, but not able to follow up on it entirely here now. Rotten Lunch in advantage, but hitting into shield, still finding the combo and forcing Hydra to find a way back in, but immediately just use Nair. It works.
Yep, we have Rotten Lunch with the limit, needing to use it though in order to recover, sadly. So he will not be able to get those limit cross slashes, limit breaks. All right, and we have both players set. Oh, Rotten Lunch in a disadvantageous position at the ledge. Down throw back air, just barely missing the down tail as well. Rotten Lunch missing his uppy. Both players scrambling, just trying to swat each other away. But we have the down air from Hydra coming out to send him backwards into the side B, catching him again at 100%. Hydra just, again, a wonderful player.
Yeah, doing so much here. Actually, auto reticle off, able to make it back. The warp, a lot of distance here. Rotten Lunch really just wanting to find one positive neutral exchange here as Hydra is getting so aggressive, trying to up B to catch him chasing, going for those details on edge, but now, again, going off. Hydra is the only player that I really see really chasing deep, and just now I'm noticing a lot of walk up and shield coming out from the Palutena as well. So just trying to walk in and then say, hey, I know they're really hungry for a stock at this point. I know they're going to put an option out. I'm going to try to get ready for it here. And it's working really well.
Yeah, Hydra being able to wonderfully mix up just approaching defensively and aggressively, so you're not quite sure. Oh, the uppy will 2-frame, and we have Hydra 3-stocking Rotten Lunch. This is going to be a rough final game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Hydra is just, I feel like they're on fire at the moment, just so much pressure. Only taking around 130%, I believe. But
across everyone so far, yeah, I think so, actually.
Yeah, just amazing player. And we do have Crust coming up, and I believe it was 1 stock to 3 Crust
Last time, yes.
Yes, and I believe Crust took a stock?
In the last match they played, yes. This match, no. So in the previous matchup in winners semis,
All right.
which was again off stream because it happened the day before, 2 days before Thanksgiving. Crust took a stock off of Hydra in that game as the final stock in the entire. I think it was like a 1-1 trade. Like they were both down to 1 basically by 3-1 by the end. Crust was down his last stock going into that game anyway. And the last time they matched up, I do not exactly recall. I'm going to say that was a while ago, and I think the score report just says duo. So there's no data for me to go off of there. But
yeah, hopefully Crust will be able to take this. The last bastion of SNHU Blue, this will be our do or die game.
Yeah. Yep. This could be the last match played in fall 2022 in the Connection Esports Arena. And we'll see how it goes going in. It's a 3v3. It's basically just a best of 1 singles game at this point, right? You know, the crews have been stripped down. It's all down to the last game here. I'm assuming they're doing stage bans here. Stage wise, where do you think Cross would want to take Pal? Do you just want room? Is that really all you're looking for? Like the biggest stage you can find?
I feel like Falco being a middling speed character will definitely want a bit more room against such a fast, oppressive character like Palutena. You don't want to go small battlefield, or FD just because you won't have the space to act the way you want. You want to have those platforms
like Town and City, Kalos.
Maybe even Yoshi's potentially.
Maybe.
Although that I believe short top blast zone will lead to up air killing a lot sooner for both players.
Which depends on how Crust wants to approach it, right? We'll see going into what could be the final game played here in this semester, Crust versus Hydra, to decide if we continue this best of 3 or if NJCU move on to play against Fisher Navy in the grand finals of NECC's fall season. Early, not a ton of damage trade, just projectiles really trading back and forth. Both players fairly close in percent. Autoretical will be the door kicked open, though, for NJCU with a lot of early damage, but still air dodging through that up air. Crust able to return to the ground and desperately trying to avoid Palu here.
Yeah, we see already the immense pressure that Hydra's able to just emit coming out. Although Crust, we know he can take those early stocks off stage. Sadly, not being able to continue the advantage state. Both players, again, back in neutral, setting out the projectiles, just trying to condition each other into doing the wrong options. Crust realizing he was in a bad position at the ledge and just jump side being through. Oh, mixing it up though, just fastball nairing. But sadly, Hydra was ready for it. Hydra trying to catch another landing with the dash attack, nairing his shield, just applying so much pressure constantly, and Crust is dealing with it wonderfully so far. The side B will get reflected, not able to take the stock. He air dodges the forward air, down air missing, and the missed counter coming out from Hydra. Strange option coming out there.
I mean, if you're going to do it, if you think he's going to approach, good mix-up on the platforms, avoiding that explosive flame, but Crust caught on the spot dodge there. Or on the roll. I tried to do that.
Oh, we do see that.
KO, a stock taken with a much higher percent there. Rage probably helping quite a bit there.
Yeah, I do believe that was a bit of a rage combo coming out from Crust there. Just dying at 68 before the hits. That's wonderful. We see a drag down forward air into down tilt and trying to catch maybe an air dodge, I believe, from Crust. But, Crust will dash attack the Palutena and get him off ledge. The dash attack will catch him, though, and take the stock.
I understand why Crust picked that option. I think just trying to get by, maybe expecting the right side dash attack and trying to get through it here. But now, options coming out now that Crust is at a percent where it's a lot easier to combo. Still actually able to roll past that down tilt, avoid the auto reticle, returning neutral and controlling center stage. Up tilt could knock open the door here for Crust trying to find these combos, but so hard to contest Palutena when they can just do those platform cancels and get back to a place where they can throw out these really insane hitboxes at any time, but able to make it back to ledge fairly quick. I think that was a Waveland option, actually, and then going for drag down near, trying to chase. No attempt on the ledge. Trump Crust back to center stage.
Yeah, we see Crust wonderfully dealing with this pressure here. He does roll back into the explosive flame. We see Crust rolling quite a bit through the pressure here, just trying not to deal with what Hydra's trying to throw out at him. And the side B just grounding Hydra, saying, no, you're not jumping. Hydra getting the dash attack, sending Crust into a bad position, forcing an air dodge with the explosive flame. This is a scary position for Crust. He does miss the up B set.
The angles are really close, and now Crust can still close out the stock even without rage. It's just, what an option, honestly.
Crust ran back and waited for him to roll twice.
And you can tell Hydra is trying to not risk anything here. Side B, though, traded into a hitbox. Paolo immediately able to combo off of that point blank up special, but still able to come back. Last hit in the air might set this up for Hydra. They're trying to go for the chase. They're able to catch him there. Roll from ledge. Keeps him on. As he's knocked off, Hydra really wants to find this chase. Reflector not enough there. Down tilt sets him up for that back air, knocking him off. And NJCU close the game out. Hydra closes that game out. I mean, Insignia literally took 9 stocks. Hydra answers back with 12.
Hydra, just a wonderful player, as we saw. Just amazing at keeping up that advantage state. Even at neutral, we see Hydra not losing neutral very often. Just knowing when to approach defensively, aggressively, in such a perfect way, utilizing their movement as well. We saw up B cancels. We saw approaching with explosive flames in order to cover their jump up onto stage. We just saw them pull all the stops to ensure that they would get the victory today.
Yeah, literally excellent play. I think no other way around it really from them, and that means that NJCU will move on to play against Fisher Navy in the grand finals. Fisher Navy, again, unreal team that was incredibly dominant in the division that you were competing in, and this is kind of a battle of the Titans, I guess, from the divs. I believe these were the first seeds from each div. There might have been a team that was, I think, seeded higher that actually got upset that upset NJCU when they played earlier. But NJCU has been very, very strong. I think only losing to Fisher Navy in this bracket since they reached this point. So, yeah, grand final should be exciting. I believe that's happening pretty much immediately after. I'm not sure if it's going to be on. I'm not sure it's going to be on the NECC stream, but I'm sure you'll see some updates from either school about whether which one was able to take it away or not. But an excellent season for the Smash team, for Smash Blue, ending up in 3rd place out of 8 teams. The top 4 from each div, it was whittled down pretty quickly, running all the way through that lower bracket to the lower finals after losing in the second round of winners. So excellent by them, and I think a great way to close out the fall 2022 semester.
Yeah, we see amazing performances from everyone on SNHU Blue this semester, and just putting in the work. We see Adam just being a wonderful anchor. We see Crust just being able to get rid of those problem players.
Duffy's allowed to walk on camera today. It's his birthday. I'll give him one free walk on camera for his birthday.
We can't forget Rotten Lunch's Ridley either, the legendary Ridley.
I heard he was Rotten Lunch put his fist up for that one. They were excited about that, but still no one seems too mad about it. They did say everyone apologized to Adam after it was over. Joking around. I think they're still having a good time, win or lose. And that's really the point of all this, competing as a group, having fun, learning, good practice habits, learning how to cope with wins and losses and all of that. And I think that was a very good game to close everything out for almost everything out for 2022 for SNHU. It's been I think a massive ride of improvements on the broadcast, new people coming into the cast, new teams getting formed, everything expanding here at SNHU. If you look at spring of this year to fall of this year, it has been awesome to be kind of a part of, and I'm sure you're enjoying being a part of the program now. And coming in, all the new freshmen that came in this year have been a massive boon to the program as we wind things down for the year almost. That was it for everyone at FinFall 2022 for SNHU. All the teams are done with NECC, CVAL, COW, ECC. Literally everything is done, and all we have left is Granite State Grind, December 11th. Sign up for that. You can check our Twitter to go there. That is our Smash Monthly that we run in the banquet hall. Please stay tuned for that. It is going to be I believe our last broadcast of the entire year is going to be on the 11th. So please tune in for that. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching us here live at the Connection Esports Arena. We will see you on December 11th. Have a happy holidays and a wonderful new year.
air spike. As Mithra just throw out those quick buttons and again, on the missed tech and dash attacking the recovery. This might be it. And another flood cape, and that's it.
Just gonna kind of come in the short, probably get up attack there, but catching him with to bear, getting the kill that I'm not gonna actually finish it, but gets this
ways.
dash attack in the middle, just making it so Crust can't land. Literally, he's doing Jaws right now. The shark is circling under the. I don't know if he was trying to pivot afterwards, maybe, but couldn't really get that one going. Here's your reflects. The Hydrant has key. That's a reflected.
There, the jumping side B covering that run up so that they'd be able to land safely on the platform. Oh, the forward tilt will be able to take that. Knows how to cover a lot of options.
Yeah, and we'll see if he can get him back to ledge here, catching him with a falling nair, forcing the double jump actually, making him land
super early. Both players in an awkward position at the ledge. We know Insignia is amazing at taking stocks here. And the connecting, scary position. We know back air, pin, so much to kill. The up.
Late game sets, those losers finals. So I think it could be a bit of kind of adapting, but again, the specific stuff.
Is just being so prepared for that like out of nowhere options.
He's trying to get supercharged up smash. That is sort of ridiculous.
We saw Rob there also going for the back air as I was battle. I believe that might be for the the side B2 frame from Purple.
Sending Pac-Man way out.
Yeah, the back end of that move being very awkward to deal with and just anticipate as well. The up throw will be able to take it at 100.
Force Purple to hold shield. He cannot get the bell back, and now trying to chase him here off the edge, actually going for F smash.
Oh, the tipper forward.
Game across caught on the spot dodge there. Sorry, the roll. I tried to do that.
Oh, we do see that. And down air spike.